So develop a program using pointers to compute the sum, mean and standard deviation of all elements stored in an array of n real numbers. So what are the three problem statement we have to find? One is the sum, mean and standard deviation of all elements. So before going on to the topic, let me tell you the mathematical formulas. Okay. So n real number. So if I take 5 real number, okay, if I take n is equal to 5, so how will be, and the real numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what will be your formula for sum? Sum will be equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. What is the value? When you add everything, you will be getting it as 15, right? So sum is equal to 15. Okay, so what will be your mean? Mean will be equal to addition of everything, that is sum divided by total number of elements. Here I have taken it as 5, right? So mean will be equal to 3. Okay, and the next one is your standard deviation. So you know that standard deviation is equal to root of variance, or you can write it as standard deviation is equal to, what is your variance? Let me split up 1 by n into summation I is equal to 1 to n xi minus mu. So what is your mu? Mu is nothing but your mean. Okay, xi minus mu the whole square. Okay, so if I solve this, let me see what is the answer you are getting. So root of 1 by, what is your n value? N is equal to 5, right, into I is equal to 1 to n, right? So first case it will be x1, right? So what will be your x1 value is equal to 1. So here your real numbers x1, x2, x3, x4 and x5. So x1 is equal to 1. 1 minus, what is your mu? Mu is equal to 3 the whole square plus summation of everything, right? Similarly 2 minus 3 the whole square plus 3 minus 3 the whole square plus 4 minus 3 the whole square plus 5 minus 3 the whole square, right? So now how much, what is answer? You will be getting 1 by 5 into, you can just solve it. Okay, 1 minus 3 will be minus 2, minus 2 the whole square, you will be getting it as 4. Then what is the next one? 2 minus 3 the whole square, so you'll be getting minus 1. Minus 1 the whole square is 1 plus 3 minus 3 0, right? 0 plus 4 minus 3, so you'll be getting 1 square, so 1 again, and here 5 minus 3 2, 2 2s are 4, right? So 4 plus 4 8 9 10, so you'll be getting 10 divided by 5. So what is your value? 10 divided by 5, 2, right? So your standard deviation is equal to root 2. What is the value for your root 2? You know that 1.414 will be your value of your standard deviation. So this is what the answers you have to get. You have to get mean is equal, sorry, sum is equal to 15, mean you have to get 3, and standard deviation you have to get it as 1.414. So this is our problem statement. We are going to do this by means of the program. And what concept we have to use? We have to use pointers. I hope that till this you are clear. So now let us go for the program. So include stdio.h standard input output header file, so that we can use printf and scanf statement. Include math.h. So inbuilt mathematical operations we'll be using, just like square root, how to find out, right? So you have to include math.h. Int main, which indicates the start of the program. Okay, and what is the meaning of this int n comma I? So n and I are two variables, and it is of the data type integer. So I, when it comes to the picture, I have told you it will be used by a for loop, and normally n will be taken for the number of elements, right? Okay, now next, what is this? Float, array, 20, pointer, sum, mean, all these are also variables, right? So declaration part. So array is declared of maximum size, one dimensional array. So this will be your one dimensional array, right? So what is the maximum size? Maximum size you can take, it is taken as 20, and all these variables are of the type float. So you can have your point values also. That is why it is having the value as your data type as your float. Okay, so see here, sum you know, mean you know, these are the two variables. Okay, now what is the pointer? So this is the important concept here, right? So pointer is also a variable. See, what is the difference? Declaration is data type and your variable name, but the difference of a pointer variable is that you will be having an asterisk here. Okay, I hope that you can understand. Star, pointer. So apart from the variable declaration, the pointer variable, you will be having an asterisk, and just for your understanding, I have taken the pointer variable name as PTR. Okay, so declaration part is over. Now pointer is equal to ampersand array of 0. So this is equivalent to pointer is equal to ARR, array name also. It is equal. So these two instructions are equal. What is the meaning of this? Now address of array of 0. So what if I take n number of elements, what will be your index 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So sorry, this 4 is your index 1, 2, 3, 4. If n is equal to 5, we are proceeding with n is equal to 5. Okay. So now the index, you know that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So array of 0 means ampersand array of 0 means what? Address of the array of 0. So suppose if I take the address is equal to 2000 array of 0. So this will be your ARR array of 0. This will be your array of 1. This will be your array of 2, right? You know this concept. In array we have studied array of 4. Okay, so these are the address. Now since it is of the type float, what will be your bytes? For size is 4 bytes, right? So what will be the next address? 2004. What will be the next address? 2004, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? 2008. Next, what will be the next 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 2012, 2000 16. Okay, so this will be your size or bytes allocated. So first address will be 2000, second address will be 2004. Keep on adding 4 because your it is of the data type float and the size of the float is equal to 4 bytes. I hope you know this concept, right? So your pointer is equal to pointer is assigned address of 0. So normally your pointer will be pointing to the 0th address. So now what will be your address? It is pointing to the first address of the array 2000. Okay. Now again you are going to declare two different variables, variance and deviation, which is also of the data type float. Okay. Now what is the next aim? You have to enter the number of maximum size only you have given here 20, right? So you have to now enter what are the number of elements or enter the value of n. So what are the number value we have taken? N is equal to 5. So printf, enter the value of n and it will store in scanf percentage %d, it will be storing in the variable n. Now n is equal to the number of elements, real numbers. I am taking it as 5 numbers. So total number is 5 and it will be stored in the variable n. Okay. So why percentage %d? Because n is of the type of your integer. Data type is integer. Okay. Now you have total number of elements you have defined. Now you have stored in the n. Now what you have to do? You have to enter the elements one by one, right? So your now your array is described 0 with an index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 because n is equal to 5. Now you have to enter the elements. For that you are going to use a for loop, right? Printf, enter percentage %d real values, comma, slash n means new line, right? Percentage %d will be replaced by n. So what will be seeing in your screen? Enter n real values. So 5 real, enter 5 real values, right? So 5 number of real values. So let me take the elements as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So you have to enter the elements one by one. That is why you are using a for loop. First condition for I is equal to 0. Whether I is 0 is less than 5. Yes, it is less than 5. It enters into the loop. Scanf percentage %f because the format specifier is because it is float, the format specifier is percentage %f, right? PTR plus I. So this PTR plus I is nothing but equivalent to ampersand array of I. Okay, it is showing you the address. So first case I will be equal to 0. So it will be pointing to the first location. Second case and first data will be entered. 1 will be now entered. When you enter 2, now what I will get incremented, right? Then you will be entering the second data. Second data will be stored in the next. Now the pointer will shift to a of 1. Okay, now the second data will be entered. Next I will be incremented. Third data will be entered. So this is how all the 5 elements will be entered one by one. So I hope you can understand this. Okay, so this is equivalent to, you don't have a star here because without star it will give the address value. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. So till now what you have seen, the 5 values in the array. So let me draw it once again. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the elements which are entered is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now what is the next aim? You have to find out your sum, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So for that also you are going to use a for loop. So sum, you are initializing the sum is equal to, variable sum is equal to 0. For I is equal to 0, whether 0 is less than 5, yes, it enter into the loop. So in the previous condition, I think you know when it will exit, right? When I becomes 5 in the previous loop, it exits. So similarly here also you are going to proceed. It enters into the loop. Sum is equal to sum plus star ptr plus I. So here you are bringing the pointer concept, right? Sum is equal to, what is the value for sum? Already the sum is equal to 0, right? Sum is equal to 0. So what is this asterisk ptr plus I? It is nothing but equivalent to ptr it is equivalent to ptr of I. Okay, so this is equivalent to. So now let us proceed with, for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So for the first case, I is equal to 0, right? Whether 0 is less than 5, yes, it enters into the loop. Now sum is equal to sum plus star ptr plus I. So what is meant by star ptr? If you have a star here, you know that the pointer will be pointing to the address of another variable, right? So star ptr means, for example, if I take the array, now the pointer will be ptr is your pointer variable, and the pointer variable will be having the address now 2000, for example. Okay, so this is your array. So this will be pointing to your first element in the array. So that is your first element, which is having the value as 1, a of 0, right? So now if it is star ptr plus I is always equivalent to ptr of I. Okay, ptr of I. So what is meant by ptr of I? It is pointing to the first location when I is equal to 0. Okay, so it is star ptr means it will actually take the value inside the address. So it is pointing to the, here you have the address. So you will, what is the element inside that address? It is 1. So the value will be equal to 1 here. So now what will be the value? Sum will be equal to 0 plus 1. So you will be getting now 1, and that will be assigned to the sum value. Next I will be incremented. I will be equal to 1. Second case, I is less than 5. It will check again, it enters into the loop. Now sum is already, what is the value for sum? Sum is equal to 1, right? So 1 plus, now the pointer will shift star ptr plus I. Now I has become 1, right? So now it will be, your pointer will be shifting to the next element. So what is your next element? 1, 2, right? A of 1 is equal to 2. So now your value will be equal to 2. Since it is star, it will take the value inside that address. So here you will be, now the pointer will be having 2004, right? So it will be pointing to the next address. What is the element here? 2, right? 1 plus 2, you will be getting 3. So similarly, I will be incremented. Now I is equal to 2 less than 5. It checks the condition, yes, it is true. Now what is your sum? Sum was equal to 3. Now 3 plus, what is your next element? The pointer will be shifting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me write like this. So now it is equal to 3, right? 3 plus 3, it is 6. What is the next? I will be incremented. I will be equal to So let me write here I is equal to 0, I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3. For I is equal to 3, sum is equal to 6 plus what is the next element? Pointer will be pointing to 4, which is equal to 10. Now what will be the next? I will be incremented sum plus what is your next element? It is 5. So you will be getting ultimately, finally your sum will be storing the value of your sum, the total sum, which is equal to 15. Now you have got the achieved the first answer. I hope you can understand this, right? Now printf sum is equal to percentage f slash n sum. So this percentage f will be replaced by sum. So sum already, what is the value stored? 15. 15 will be printed in your screen. So now you will be getting sum is equal to 15. Now you can find the mean, right? You know already the sum. Can you do this mean? Mean will be equal to sum is equal sum by n, right? Sum is equal to 15, n is equal to 5. So what will be the answer? You will be getting it as 3. Second answer also you have got it. Okay, now your aim is to find out your standard deviation. For standard deviation, first you are going to split this into two steps. Okay, first you are going to find out the value for, so let me write the equation once again. Standard deviation is equal to 1 by n into summation of xi, where I is equal to 1 to n xi minus mu the whole square. Okay, so first I am going to find out the summation of xi minus mu the whole square. So I can, in the equation I am writing it as one by one I am going to do the evaluation. So for example, first data, see here, for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I is for the first case, that is the pointer will be pointing to the first case. Okay, I is equal to 0, whether 0 is less than 5, yes, it enters into the loop. Now what will be your sum? So before the sum was equal to 15, right? So now you have to do initialization again. So you have to reset to 0. That is why here you have done the initialization of sum is equal to 0. Now what is the formula here? Sum is equal to sum plus, so what will be the value? 0 plus asterisk ptr plus I minus mean. So I is equal to 0. So what will be this location now? Pointer will be pointing to the first element. So what is the element value, right, in the address? So your value is equal to 1. So it will be equal to 1 minus, what is your mean value? Mean is equal to 3, right? 1 minus 3 into, okay, again this is a pointer. So what will be the value? First element, right? Pointer I is equal to 0. So 1 minus 3. So what is that? I have written x minus mu the whole square. I have written it as x minus mu into x minus mu. That is a value. So now you are able to understand, right? So what will be the value? 1 minus 3 into 1 minus 3. So you will be getting minus 2 into minus 2. You will be having the value is equal to 4. Okay. Now sum will be equal to 4. First value you have got, sum is equal to 4. Now again I will be incremented. I will be equal to 1, right? Now it will jump to the next address. Inside the address, what is your element? It is equal to 2. Now let me write for the second case. When I is equal to 1, what will be the value for sum? Sum is equal to, previously what was the sum? Sum is equal to 4. 4 plus, now the pointer will be pointing to your next address, right? What is the element there? So it will be equal to 2, right? 2 minus 3, right? Minus 3 into, again 2 minus 3. So what will be the value? You will getting 4 plus 2 minus 3, you will be getting minus 1 into minus 1. So you will be getting plus 1, right? Plus 4 plus 1, you will be getting it as 5. Now the sum is equal to 5. Again I will be incremented. Now I will be equal to 2. During I is equal to 2, what will be your sum? Sum will be equal to the value, previous value is 5, sum plus what will be the pointer will shift to the next location. The next value is equal to 3, right? Element is 3. So 3 minus 3 into 3 minus 3. Okay. So here 3 minus 3, what will be the value? It will be equal to 0, right? This will be 0, this will be 0. So you will be getting sum will be again maintaining in 5 as such. Now when I is equal to 3, again I will be incremented, right? So sum is equal to sum plus, that is 5 plus what is the next pointer will be shifting to the next element. I has incremented now. So the element is equal to 4. 4 minus 3 into 4 minus 3, right? So 4 minus 3 you will be getting 1. So what will be the value? 5 plus 1. Now sum is equal to 6. Now I is equal to 4. What will be the value? Sum is equal to, previous value of sum is equal to 6. Now it will be shifted to the next location. So it will be equal to 5, right? Element is 5 minus 3 into 5 minus 3. What will be the value? 5 minus 3, 2. 2 into 2, 4, right? So 6 plus 4, you will be getting it as 10. I will be again incremented. See, when I is incremented, now I will become 5. Whether 5 is less than 5? No, it is false. It comes out of the loop. Now you have got the value for sum is equal to 10. Okay, so till this you have evaluated, this part is evaluated. Now you have to do the 1 by n, right? So what is your sum value? Is equal to, you have got this value as 10. So in the numerator you have got as 10 and n is equal to 5. So you have got root of 10 by 5. So you will be getting what is the value? Root of 2. So variance is equal to sum divided by n. So that is what you have done. Variance is equal to sum divided by 10. That is 10 by 5, which is equal to 2 will be your variance. Okay, now what will be your deviation? If you want to print the value of variance, you can write the printf statement here. Okay, so what is your deviation? Next, standard deviation is stored in the variable deviation. Root of your variance is nothing but your standard deviation, right? So deviation is equal to, so you're using a math function sqrt of variance. Okay, so what will be the value? Root of 2, which will give you 1.414. So now you are going to print all the values. So printf, see variance I have printed here. Okay, printf mean or average is equal to percentage f mean. So percentage f will be replaced by mean value. Printf variance percentage f will be replaced by variance value slash n. You know that it is new line. Printf standard deviation is equal to percentage f, which will be replaced by your deviation value. So here you will be getting mean as what is the value for mean? Mean is equal to 3, right? And variance is equal to 2. And what is your value for standard deviation? 1.414. So now let me show you the result. See, in the result, enter the value of n. You have total number is n. Enter the 5 real values. I have taken the same example 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now sum is equal to 15. Mean is equal to 3. Variance is equal to 2. Standard deviation is equal to 1.414.